All things work to the good of them that are called according to his purpose. All things work to the good of them that are called, that are called, that are called. Then my brainwash. This is Josh there coming at you today. How you doing? So, I wanted to discuss a topic about divorce. Seeing as though I've been through a divorce, which is kind of sucky. But it talks about, in scripture, it says that a man cannot divorce his wife save for the cause of fornication. So that means a man can divorce his wife only in the event that she sleeps with another man. Now, it does not say that women can divorce their husbands. In fact, it says that the woman is bound to her husband as long as he liveth. So that means that a woman is married to the man until he dies. Now, there is a caveat to that, because in the New Testament, Paul makes references to the unbelieving spouse. And if the unbelieving spouse remains and has no problems, then they can stay married. But if the unbeliever departs, she is no longer under the bondage of marriage. So basically, if an unbeliever leaves the believing spouse, they are set free from the bondage of law because they do not believe Scripture. But if the unbeliever... So basically what it boils down to is this, is that if you're married to an unbeliever as a woman, and the man stays with you, you have to stay with him. But if you're married to an unbeliever and he leaves and abandons you, then you're set free. And you're free to remarry. So why is this okay when it says that a woman is bound to her husband as long as he liveth? Well, because the man is supposed to take care of and provide for his wife. And if a man shirks that responsibility and just says, I'm not doing this, well, she deserves to be able to find another man. She is abandoned. And an abandoned woman is free to remarry. And that's just the way it goes. So a woman cannot leave her husband unless her husband dies. Right? But if the man leaves the woman is set free from bondage. Now, obviously, the woman cannot cause this. She cannot try and provoke him to leave, because then her heart would be wrong. And then God will judge her and she'll know that she sins. But if the unbeliever departed on his own, then she is set free from bondage. So anyway, so a woman cannot leave her husband, and the man can only divorce his wife for the cause of fornication. Does that mean a man can have fornication with his wife? Well, that's a reference to polygamy, and then that's a whole other issue, because it says the woman cannot leave the man. Now, other issues. The other issues are, well, one is polygamy. If a man sleeps with another woman and dedicates himself to her, that's not a cause for divorce. If a man is lying or sinning or blah, 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 those are not causes for divorce. However, if a man is abusing his wife, I look to David in this situation. David was being abused by Saul. He was submissive to Saul in all things, just like a wife is supposed to be submissive to her husband in all things. And when he was abusive to her, or when Saul was abusive to David, he fled and he left, and he was no longer under the bondage of Saul. So in a like manner, I would also say, seeing as though a woman that is abandoned by her husband is no longer under the bondage of her husband, I would say, since abuse is worse than bondage, or abuse is worse than abandonment, then the wife is no longer under bondage. Does that make sense to you? It makes sense to me. Anyway, I'm the heretic. I just thought I'd bring this to your attention. I love God because I love my daughter Virtue, my son Justice, and my other son Salvation. You have a wonderful day. God bless you very much. What's up?